Hi guys, how are you?
Good.
Oh,
How you
good.
doing?
Doing great. To start, sorry, Jasmine, I know this doesn't apply to you, but you can also answer it. I think when you are an actor and you get to see multiple time periods, it's very cool because you get to kind of really unpack a character and all these different points of their lives. And so I was wondering, for you guys though, what moment was it on set that really made you understand your character when it was when you were on the set in your costume and everything all kind of came together?
That's a good one. Good question. I loved being able to go for the first time into the past. And I had started when I'm episode one, I'm in the present, my age, very old. And I get to dive back into someone 20 years younger than me in that time frame. And the most fun I had was actually the scenes I had with Forrest when we were our good friends in the opening flashbacks. So we are joking around, goofing around, and it was like talking to a real person, like hanging out with a guy and being, who I was when I was just a dude hanging out with a really good friend. And that was for me, it made how what unfolds later very poignant, very sad to think that things get a little bit off the rails and then a lot off the rails in their relationship.
Mhm.
Yeah, do you have a moment where you were like, I fully understand who this character is?
Girl, no. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Well, I'm half kidding because it took, we have 10 episodes and I think I'm in like 6 or 7 of them. And it took, I guess I was doing the last scene and I was like still learning things about Maxine.
Mhm.
Because she's written in such a way and she appears in the book in such a way that she's amorphous, she's an enigma. And so the things that she holds close to her chest, that's stuff for me to decide and for Sherman to like give me information about and for us to decide together. And so as I'm figuring out who she is, you guys are watching me figure that out. It's a great puzzle to put together. But I do know that she's a badass. She's super smart. She's very strong opinions about things that I cannot name right now. And it's nice to like who you're playing. I really like her a lot.
Yeah, and I love that this show has a bunch of different genres that you guys all get to kind of play in because I said to Sherman and Damien, I thought it was very funny that in the trailer it says from the executive producers of Shameless. I was like, because this show is nothing like Shameless, but I was like, it is a family drama. So I guess it kind of counts, like thinking of it like that. But it's also, a murder mystery, and you have kind of like all of this. He's a judge, so inherently there's this political back and forth happening. For you guys, what was your favorite aspect of that you got to work on? Like, was it the murder mystery or was it the family things? And what really helped you kind of navigate what this show is all about?
Okay. Hmm.
For
Hmm.
me, I think the my favorite part of what I was up to was sort of plotting with the judge some of the things that happen that we plot.
I know. Don't say anything else.
We do a thing, and it's hard to say.
The plotting
It
that
is,
happens.
but that was the nuts and bolts of that part of the plot were really fun to work on
Mhm.
because you really are focused on doing exactly what you intend to do as an actor and as the character to make sure that these things unfold in this or that way. And so a lot of my scenes with Forrest were about really holding him to this is what we're going to do, and his sort of coming along with that or not coming along with it was a lot of tension in their relationship that was fun to play, just really fun.
Yeah. Wait, can you remind me of the question one more time?
What in the within all of the different kind of genres that this show kind of takes on, was there a specific one that you really loved, like whether it be the murder mystery or the families or whatever it was that
Mhm.
made you the most excited?
Oh, okay. I can answer that as a viewer because as an actor, you don't know what genre you're in.
Mhm.
Like it's up to the director because I could be playing something very, earnest and it's a comedy and it's funny because I care so much about it that you're like, why do you care about this? That's what makes the genres different. But I think as a viewer, what really excites me, because I love a good true crime. I love a good true crime. So when they start figuring out how things are happening and who is who and what are the arrangements, I go, okay, tell me more. But I love the family part of it. That definitely adds to everything. Every piece needs each other. But at the end of the day, I want answers. I want the truth. I want to know what's going on. So that murder mystery is like, okay,
Yeah.
give me more.
Well, and then, Tori, you made me think of something that I kind of asked. When you're doing a press junket for a show that does have all these layers and mysteries to it, and you essentially have to say, I like when the plot was plotting, what is for you is like, when does the joy happen? Is it when we're well into the run of the show and fans are interacting with it, or is it teasing those little things on like press junkets like this when no one really knows what we're in for?
That's up to the audience. For me, I don't have a preference about what part of it is the best. I know what I like when I watch something and I get hooked, and I just love that feeling. I'm on board, because we live in an age where you can start streaming and go, nah, I watched 1.5 of those and I'm done. So once people get hooked, I'm looking for that hook when I watch, and I want people to find that hook when they watch this.
Yeah, I think they will.
Yeah.
I do too. I will say when I saw Forrest Whitaker's name, I was like, I don't need to know a single other thing
Yeah.
about this show. I literally just needed to hear the name Forrest Whitaker. When you guys are, the show does center a lot on him and what happened to him and everything kind of going. How is it, whether, I know you don't interact with him that much, Jasmine, but how is it interacting with Forrest Whitaker as an actor and a leader of this show versus getting into scenes and acting opposite someone like Forrest Whitaker?
Well, you can respond too.
I mean, I'll give a short answer because
Yeah.
you have the juicy answer.
Oh, not juicy.
Well, I got to meet him a couple times, and he's a sweetheart. He's so kind. And we look at these people because they're brilliant artists, because they're our heroes. I grew up watching him. He's an incredible director. He directed one of my favorite things of all time, Waiting to Exhale. So, you have a lot of respect and awe for these people. And then you meet them, and it's just a beautiful person, just a kind person that came to work. And that's a good reminder for like a young actor like myself to be like, oh yeah, that's the goal, is to continue to be like that. So yeah.
Yeah, complete absence of ego. All about the work, just total professional, kind and good. And if I actually didn't think this, I would come up with some way to not say anything. So it's for real. I'm being for real here. He was so easy to work with because he created a kind of space around him that was like, do what you do and I will do what I do. And so anything I did was fine with him. There was no like, is that how you're going to do this? Is that, none of that. It was really just open, free, easy, and instilled confidence in me.
Mm-hmm.
That was, I think, the biggest thing I came away with. I just felt confident being in a room with him, which is the reverse of what I thought was going to happen.
So yeah, what you're saying is if you had just gone, yeah, that's a man, then we'd fully know that you're like, that guy, don't work with that guy.
Yeah. The absence of things to say, but no, with Forrest, it's so easy. Actually, it's easy to just gush endlessly about how great it was, because he was everything I was hoping for.
For my last question, I want to ask, and you can just say the episode title, you don't have to say, or the number, you don't have to say anything else about it. What for you guys was your most exciting and favorite episode of this season?
People think I'm going to say 7, but it's 9. Episode 9. Yeah.
I'm gonna vote for the latter end of the series. It has a great build. The series builds and builds and builds and builds. So my bias is toward those last several episodes.
Are you saying people should stick around for the finale?
I'm going to stick around for it.
Yeah.
I got to see how it ends. We haven't seen it. I mean, I'm just presuming it's good because we shot it. It was good when we did it.
I love it. Thank you guys so much for talking with me today. I really appreciate it. And I can't wait for everyone to get to see the show.
Thank
Thank
you
you so much.
Thanks so much.
Thank you guys. Have a great one.